Alright, my blessed people, thank you for joining us. It has happened again in Nigeria. My people, my loved ones in the country, Nigeria, how now they do? The story where we want carry come for on Domot this time is about your president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The man don't do another one. And we have not finished saying the ones he have done, he is now doing another one. My people, waiting when they talk about to be said, Tinubu has feel motions to block US agencies from releasing confidential files in database. Remember that the information have it last time, according to what we read last time about Atiku and Tinubu, as Tinubu has been in the move in forging results. And right now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has now moved a motion. He has moved to block records relating to him from being disclosed by the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The Central Agency, and other United States agencies, according to the People's Gazette report. It was reported in September that from October, the FBI will start releasing approximately 2,500 documents relating to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his database. According to the Gazette, Christopher Kamichel, one of the lawyers who represented Mr. Tinubu in the recent controversial academic record case, filed motions to appear in an ongoing Freedom of Information action brought against the US organizations via record that may help answer questions about the presidential real identity and the decades-long endeavors domiciled. The lawyer meanwhile brought this emotion in accordance with Civil Local Rule number 83-2. Alright, on this basis, People's Gazette reports that Mr. Bayan A. Kare, who practices in DC, said on Mr. Kamijal's on behalf, this motion, he said, is supported by the declaration of Christopher Kamichel as set forth in Mr. Kamichel's declaration. He is admitted and an active member in the good standing. Okay, my fellow country people, what we are trying to say here is that Mr. Kamichel did not respond immediately to a request for comment, and the president-led lawyer in the United States, Oluwale Afolabi, told the Gazette that he would not comment on the matter until he had finally begun. The lawyers would work to file a third argument as soon as possible in order to argue any relief before the October 31st deadline. Meanwhile, the FBI had said it was planning to release the record before the end of October to Aaron Greenspan, the proprietor of Plain Sight, a website that pushes anti-corruption and transparency in public service. While several other U.S. institutions, including the U.S. State Department, International and Internal Revenue Service, as well as Drug Enforcement Administration, have all indicated readiness to turn over thousands of pages of records related to Tinubu. President Tinubu recently lost an emergency appeal to the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago to stop Chicago University from releasing his academic records to Atiku Abubakar, his opponent in the 2023 presidential election. In her ruling on Tinubu's emergency application in case number 23CV of 05099, Judge Nancy L. Maldonado overruled President Tinubu's objection to Magistrate Judge Gilbert's recommending ruling and therefore adopting the ruling in full. So our reporters as well, based on what I've gathered online, reported on September 23rd that Tinubu appealed against the ruling of the judge, Geoffrey T. Gilbert, stating that the United States District Court of Northern Region, which ordered the Chicago State University known as CSU to release all relevant record pertaining to him to Nigeria's former president, Vice President, beg your pardon, President Atiku. Some reporters have reported as well how the federal court in Chicago, while ruling on the civil case filed by Atiku, granted the applicant's request to the court, stating that the former vice president had been able to sufficiently satisfy the purpose for seeking the record. Unto this, Tinubu subsequently pleaded with Judge Nancy Donado. Meanwhile, let me have your take on this matter. My fellow country people, right now, Mr. Tinubu subsequently pleaded with Judge Nancy Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and the admission record, among others, of the owner of the certificate. Some reporters have reported earlier that Atiku brought the case before the court in an effort to establish that Tinubu was not in any way eligible to be Nigerian president despite his election in February 2023, and that he tendered a forged certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission known as INEC. INEC had declared Tinubu as the winner of the election, saying Atiku of the People's Democratic Party came second and Peter Obi of the Labour Party came third. In the judgment obtained by some reporters, Justice Maldonado ruled for the foregoing reasons that the court overruled President Tinubu's objections to Magistrate Judge Gilbert's recommended ruling and therefore adopt the ruling in full. Mr. Abubakar's application is therefore granted in light of the pending Supreme Court of Nigeria deadline presented to the court as October 5th, 2023, and based on CSU's representations that it is ready to comply with the discovery request and produce a witness. Okay, the court set an expedited deadline schedule for completion of discovery. Anthony Justice Maldonado therefore directed CSU to reduce all recent and relevant and non-privileged documents in response to requests for production numbers 1 through 4 as narrowed by Judge Gilbert and adopted here. In Mr. Abubakar's submona by 12 noon p.m. Alright, it has also been that on Monday, October 2nd, 2023, the Rule 30B-60 of the position of SCSU's corrupt dignity must be completed by 5 p.m. Based on this, given the October 5th, 2023 filing deadline, therefore, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the court will not extend or modify these deadlines, he said. My country people, the ruling titled Memorandum of Opinion and other also read Atiku Abubakar initiated this action pursuant to 28 USC, a federal statute that allows the federal district court to order a person or entity within the district to reduce or produce documental testimony for use in foreign legal proceedings. Alright, my fellow country people, Mr. Abubakar contended the fraudulent submission would have disqualified President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from participating in the election, and he therefore seeks records and the testimonial from CSU related to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's diploma and his graduation from CSU to support Mr. Abubakar's challenges to the election result. My fellow country people, you see, when it comes to something like this, a lot of people must react. And right now, as long as this news is concerned, I think it's a very right time for us to do, for the very first time, to fight this just cause to the core. I love that happening in Nigeria. This is just the beginning. Everybody go see and they sit eat shege. All right, thank you very much. The truth is, watching from Chicago, a lot of Nigerians have reacted, although they are making mockery of Nigeria. As long as this is concerned, a whole president would forge results. And Atiku have said he have his chest that he will sit back and see to the end of this. My fellow country people, okay, a lot of Nigerians have said their mind. As long as this is concerned, Tinubu is a good president. He just need a very good special advisor that will advise him to retire and focus on his Abado business. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chukwebeka. Yeah, Emmanuel, thank you for your take. Chukwemeke Emmanuel Izuka, thank you for your take. All right, a lot of people have said their mind. Kindly send your measure in the comment section and continue to follow us so that we'll be getting more updates like this because Tinubu is so mean. He has filled motion to block FBI, CIA, other US agencies from releasing confidential files in database. What a smart move. Alright, my fellow country people, let me have your take right in the comment section. Remember to continue following us and remember to subscribe so there can be more updates coming right from the channel. Thanks and God bless.